I was about to say I was wondering who was gonna quote that. Yeah. And nobody gets
Damn
to
good
know
movie.
what that means. It's a damn good movie. Damn good movie. I've always loved Tommy Lee Jones, man. He's such a good
Absolutely.
actor. Yeah, yeah.
So
All
why
right.
don't you just go on and I'll leave the smiling up to you.
Just put on your happy face. This is my happy
This is
face.
my happy face.
I love that movie. That's the funny thing is
fuck.
that's the only thing I remember about that movie. Like I could quote that, but that's about all.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. That being said, hello everybody. Welcome back to Anime Church. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Oh, quick update. Within like less than 2 hours from now, because it is scheduled to go up at 4 p.m. Oh no! Wait, yes, maybe I don't know. I have to double check things. But I think at 4 p.m. Central Time, we should be getting the beginning after the end episode 4 review going up live on. Ooh boy, no, it's supposed to be well. Nope, in an hour. In less than an hour. Okay, cool. Not changing it. So the T-Bait review will be up shortly. Putting that out there. Yeah.
Wait, hooray.
Yeah.
Insert clapping noises.
Yeah, and clapping.
If
yes.
it were more than one episode, we'd call it a mass T-bait review.
The moment I just want to like soundboard claps very quickly, but no.
We you just know how to kill the vibe, don't you, man?
That's what I'm here for.
Yep. Good stuff. Good
But
stuff. So yeah, as you can see from the title, they're forcing us to talk tariffs because now it's actually entering into our world. Like the consequences of such things are entering our world, specifically like with anime and gaming related stuff. So we got to talk a little tariffs. Stop making me talk tariffs. There is VTuber news we're going to be talking about at the end. It is happy, sad news. We are not talking about the VTuber drama that jumped up in the last 24 hours. We'll wait till next week until we can like. We'll wait till next week till we can like do a short summary and then give our thoughts.
And hopefully have the address from the person involved and hear their side.
Oh no.
I don't think that's gonna matter.
Probably not, but I still personally prefer to get both sides.
I still think that my favorite reaction to all of this is literally the very end of Tectone's tweet where he's like, "Bro, I'm 31. I work 2 jobs, and this just felt like 2 hours of unemployment work." And I'm like, God damn it.
I mean, yeah.
I'm like, damn, this reeks of unemployment. And I'm like, yeah, it does. Yeah, can't lie. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's a little bit of the nerdy, a little bit of the gamey, and a little bit of anime. We've got some Gundam stuff to talk about for Fenris. Some of the stuff that I saw, I just posted because I was like, oh, here's this. I don't know why one of them exists. I'm kind of like, really, of all the things you chose, you picked Overwatch 2? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like,
yeah.
what brain aneurysm is somebody having over there in marketing? That being said, we got a bunch
They're
of stuff
called
to talk
kickbacks.
about. Who's doing who the favor?
Good question. Honestly, probably Activision Blizzard.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Is they're probably sold it to Bluefin, I think, are the ones who do the Gunpla.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I think everybody knows at this point in time, but you know, in case you've been living under a rock this week, Oblivion has a remaster. We're going to talk a little bit about that and some of the nice things Bethesda has done. We've also got a little bit of just general last-minute Star Wars stuff. 2 things coming from Variety in the Hollywood sphere. One of them is going to make you go, what? Why? So, you know, Hollywood being Hollywood. But that being the case, this is Anime Church. I don't know why I went that crazy with it. I feel like now I need the whole.
That's crazier than you normally bring it, dude.
Now we
it
just
is
need
true.
to start doing the Gregorian chants right after that.
No mi es retriem. Yeah!
Are we
Alright.
gonna smack our heads on books at a KaiCon this year?
Wait, why?
I'll bring the T-Bait comics. I'll bring the T-Bait comics that we could do. But speaking
Oh my
of
God,
which,
Hoshi, do you not know about Monty Python?
I've never seen it.
Oh my God, we're gonna
Moon.
fix that.
Moon, how does it feel to be on the other side of that for once?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
right?
it your mom's a
How
hamster?
how
bit?
irritating is that? Yeah, your mother's
part
a
of it,
hamster
yes,
and your
Hoshi.
father reeks of elderberries. Yes, yes. That's Monty Python
Yeah.
and the Holy Grail. Oh my God. He must be a king. Why? He hasn't got shit all over him.
Well, I didn't invent farm.
Also, okay, so we need to do introductions first, and then I'll talk about going to the movies. But since you brought up Monty Python, immediately, as soon as we get done with introductions, be like, okay, talk about episode 3 stuff. Because my brother and I went and saw episode 3 in theaters because it's the 20th year anniversary. But there was a trailer, or rather, an announcement that happened.
Be right back.
It's a 20-year-old movie, and we still have 30 minutes of fucking trailers and commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Also, because that movie is so meme-worthy, if it wasn't for, like, one lady trying to shush everybody, we would have had the most unbelievably lovely audience where we were basically acting like we were watching a Monty Python movie and just like, talking at the screen during the movie. Dude, we had so much good... Like, people were coming in, and... Okay, so people were coming in... First off, fuck the scalpers. They came in... My brother was really upset, because what he wanted to do was get the special limited edition popcorn tin for the release of episode 3. And so we went in. We were literally the second showing, and the... apparently the dude that was working the concession stand sold them all out in an hour. Purposefully sold them all out. And now you can find them on sites like eBay for $100. Pisses me off. But yeah. Anyway, we got through that. Dude, all the people that were coming in to watch it with us were really, like, fun and chill and stuff. Like, there were people quoting the movie to them, to each other, and then I quoted them back, and we're like, yeah, we're that kind of audience. It was so fun. It was like, only a Sith deals in absolutes. It's like, I will do what I must, and I go, you will try. And they look up, and they go, yeah. It was a great audience to be in. It was so much fun, even if it wasn't a big one.
I remember seeing a clip yesterday
Mm-hmm.
from somebody was in the theater while the credits were playing. Two guys ran up with lightsabers. They were having a lightsaber duel as the lights came on.
Motherfucker!
And the best part is, the person who's working the lights dimmed them back down.
That's beautiful.
So they could have a proper fight.
Also,
like, yeah.
Also, I am mad. I am now very mad. Why didn't I think to bring my lightsaber with me and tell Jason to bring his? It was like, no, we gotta go to his house just for a moment so we can pick up his lightsaber. If nothing else, we could have had a lightsaber, but nobody brought a lightsaber, and I felt really bad because I'm like, I own a fucking lightsaber. If ever there was a time to use it.
I know, right?
I'm so upset with myself, dude. I'm so mad at myself. But yeah, there was a nice little message from Hayden Christensen, and it was very sweet, and we really appreciated it. And it was recorded at Tokyo for the thing. Star Wars Celebration. Update to something from last week when we were talking about Star Wars Starfighter. Officially, it takes place 5 years after the prequel trilogy, or the sequel trilogy. Sorry. So this is post Rey and all that stuff.
Post First Order Stormtroopers.
Yes. which were, funny enough, actually effective stormtroopers because they managed to mow down an entire village and not miss a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, is everybody back? Oh, Hoshi's still awake.
It appears,
That's what I was
yep.
stalling for. Otherwise, I was going to do the intro before we talked about that. But okay, so a thing came up for Monty Python. They're doing an anniversary showing of Monty Python and the Holy Grail in theaters relatively soon. I don't remember when it is. We'll have to look it up.
If only they could have did this when Pope Francis was alive and have him be a special guest. Just imagine Pope Francis walking in with a holy hand grenade, just for the lulz.
The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have they chosen a new pope yet? I haven't really been paying attention to that.
I don't think so.
What is your name? What is your quest? What is the average flight speed of an unladen swallow? African or European? I don't know. Well, when you're a king, you need to know these things. And we should all have a good spanking. Yes, we all deserve a good spanking. God damn it.
Yes, yes, a spanking.
It's so silly. Oh my
I think
god.
my favorite thing about that entire movie was the coconuts.
That was a thing that they brought up. They go, show up, bring your coconuts. Like, God, no. Can you imagine that? A whole audience full of coconuts, and every time that stuff comes on, you just hear the audience do the cluck, 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 with the coconuts?
I also remember shortly after I watched The Holy Grail for the first time, I went to a grocery store, and somebody had put a sign on there saying, hoofbeat sounds.
A lie was not told. A lie was not told.
Camelot, Camelot, Camelot. It's only mobile.
Guys, you know, on second thought, let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place. All right, so I've stalled long enough. I think we got to go ahead and do the thing. Hi, welcome to Anime Church. I'm Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology. I almost forgot what I was.
Yep, I'm Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
I'm Fenrir Cyrun, your patron saint of snackos and alcohol.
And Moon, you may not be happy when we get to the Game Freak story.
Oh, I'm already like. Hold on, I read a little bit of it. I can't remember what was.
I'm never happy. Yeah,
I've been talking to the ship's computer,
and
it hates me.
There's so many movies that we're quoting that I just want to put up on the living room and just be like, here's the popcorn, let's go. Or fuck the popcorn, like we're making scotcheroos and cookies and all sorts of other stuff. Might as well just like have those for our movie snacks.
Oh yeah, that. No, I'm not as unhappy as you might think about that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because for me, that's just like, oh, that's confirmation of shit. Cool.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be freaking out so much, would they?
I mean, it's not my jam, so I'm just like, I'm gonna give this to the archaeologist in the chat. You know, let him talk about it. Yeah. I mean, for once we're talking about Game Freak and not Pocket Pair, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for those that don't know, there was a Lucasfilm animation thing. It's a little 3-minute short where they talked about how Lucasfilm animation got started and everything, because it's a 20th anniversary, like little short. And it's pretty neat, and I figured, you know, we should look at it and just kind of see how far we've come and all that stuff. But yeah, man, the team has grown. And also, Dave Filoni looked really young in that photo.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. I just thought, hey, that's pretty cool. And they did release a like little previs kind of thing that from Clone Wars that they never put in. It was Anakin versus Boba Fett at one point. And yeah.
Pardon.
And it's just kind of a look at all the cool stuff that Lucasfilm Animation has done over time. That's essentially all I
Over
really had to
20
say.
years.
Yeah, it's weird to think that it's 20 years, but also I forgot D. Bradley Baker voiced all the clones. I was like, oh yeah, he's not doing animal sounds this time. He's actually like saying like dialogue.
No, he was doing animal sounds too.
Oh no, I'm aware.
He's talking to himself, giving himself orders, cursing himself.
Essentially.
You know, what we do on a daily
You're a
basis.
Yeah. But when we do it, they call us crazy. Also,
I know,
hang on
right?
1 second. Okay, hang on. Hold on 1 second. I'm not the only... Okay. I don't think that's him, but that looks like one of the guys from Collider.
What?
Or, I'm sorry, Corridor Digital. Corridor Digital. Looks a little bit like one of the guys from Corridor Digital. You know, the guys that sit on a couch and talk about VFX artists react to VFX
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, they do a lot of stuff. It very well could be.
Yeah. I just was like, I mean, they've been in the game for a while, and, you know, you start somewhere. Maybe they started here. I don't know. But it kind of looks like...
Or maybe they started elsewhere and got a chance to work on that. Like,
yeah, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I just thought that was cool, and I wanted to share something like geeky with you all and everything. All right, let's move on. We got a teaser trailer for Wednesday Season 2. And then we got a few of my favorite things going along with that, which I'm... Oh, darn. Hang on 1 second. I just realized something. I am looking at these, and I have not. There we go. Okay. Now the audience can see it, too. Hello, audience. All right, so it's Wednesday going through TSA, and they're like, do you have any... she goes through the metal detector and then just starts pulling out ridiculous weapons, tasers, knives, maces, big ass, just like stuff that should not be, you do not think would be on the person. Okay, so, and then they pull out Thing, and the thing that bothers them is that there's a little thing of sunscreen, and she's like, really? Sunscreen Thing? Oh, looks like, is that Pugsley? I don't know. But yeah, we're coming back to the school, to Nevermore, which I guess is in a new location. And we get the return of the two roomies. It's coming out this summer, so we have a decent enough chance of reviewing this. I don't really have anything to say other than, like, this is kind of on brand, and it... Oh, all right, especially with the dolls and stuff. The dolls are, like, supposed to be those creepy haunted dolls. And then, of course... And then she pulls out a knife and goes, let's play dolls. And I'm like, no, that makes sense. I remember Wednesday cut the head off of dolls all the time. So I'm just like, yeah, you picked the wrong thing to threaten somebody with who is a psychopath. Anyway, I liked the Wednesday, the first season of Wednesday. I thought it was pretty fun. And I don't know, man. I had it gave me a good vibe, and I loved how they used Christina Ricci. That was pretty cool. Did you guys see it? Have you guys seen it?
The teaser or the show?
The show.
I have not seen the show yet. I just never got around to it.
Okay. I love who they picked for Uncle Fester. It was really well done. I mean, it is The Addams Family by Tim Burton, so, you know. Even though the Raw Julia era will always have a special place in my heart. But that being said, yeah, as someone who has seen season 1, I'm very much looking forward to this. It is kind of teen drama murder mystery-esque, but with the Addams Family twist. So it's not all about who's kissing who necessarily, though that does come up, and Wednesday is just as annoyed by it pretty much as everyone else is or would be of like these Tweety Bop kind of shows. I will say probably my favorite part so far is just, even though I know it's not all her, she did spend several months learning the cello, because there's a scene where she plays Paint It Black on cello, and it's so good. Also, Gwendolyn Christie is in this as the headmistress of the school for season 1. She's the tall female knight in Game of Thrones, if you've seen that, or if we want to go back to Star Wars real quick, Captain Phasma from the sequel trilogy. The chrome stormtrooper armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's her. Anyway. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just it seems like more of the good things that we got from the first season. Yeah. Also, I love another one of my favorite moments in season 1 was like explaining that Wednesday is allergic to color. What happens? I break out in hives. Alrighty. That being said, it's time to move on to another story. Guys, who saw this and what the fuck?
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
Exactly. I don't understand this. But yeah, coming out of Variety, Toys R Us is doing a live action movie. It is in the works with Story Kitchen. So yeah, Story Kitchen and Toys R Us Studios, the entertainment production arm of the global toy brand, have teamed up to develop a live action film. Why? Toys R Us is a cultural toy. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Toys R Us is a cultural touchstone that continues impacting the child in all of us, said Story Kitchen co-founders Dimitri M. Johnson and Mike Goldberg, announcing the project as 80s kids who considered Toys R Us one of the most magical places on Earth. We're honored to partner to create a film that will capture the spirit of adventure, creativity, and nostalgia that Toys R Us represents. The film, which is in early development, aims to capture that childhood wonder in a modern, fast-paced adventure that taps into the Toys R Us brand's relevance across its more than 70 years in the toy industry. My guy, what relevance? Toys R Us is gone. As Toys R Us first film, this project is an exciting opportunity to bring magic of our brand to the big screen. Why? The project has been described as being in the vein of Night at the Museum, Back to the Future, or Big, plus other successful toy-inspired narratives like Jumanji and Barbie.
Yeah, 3 extremely different movies and another 2 extremely different movies.
Yeah. So I really don't feel I'm alone in asking why. Like movie reviewers, like professional movie reviewers were saying the same thing. It was like, okay, but if you were going to do this, you should have done it when the stores were still open. Maybe this could have been a rallying cry to try to save the stores.
Yeah.
It's too late. Like, if you're talking about beating a dead horse, we buried this a decade ago. Why are you exhuming its corpse to beat it again?
Has it been that long already?
It's been a long time since the stores closed. Look it up. I can't Google it right now. When did Toys R Us when did Toys R Us start closing shops? You know,
2018.
2018. Okay, so not fully a decade. All right.
No, it's 7
7
years.
years
Still.
But yeah, it's almost a decade, which is bad enough.
It'll probably be a decade by the time the film comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. This is so freaking random and not needed at all. Again, this should have been done around the time that freaking the stores were undergoing all of this to try and prevent it from closing down. That's all I've got to say. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. Unless you guys have anything else you want to say on this topic, I'd like to move on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Oh, yeah. So some other interesting news coming from Variety. Warner Brothers wins dismissal of Superman foreign copyright suit. All right. For those of you that don't remember, we covered this a while back. This is a copyright suit that goes on between Warner Brothers and the estate of the creators of Superman. A judge has thrown out a lawsuit challenging Warner Brothers' copyright to Superman in 10 countries, finding that the federal courts have no jurisdiction over the dispute. Mark Peary, the nephew of the late Superman co-creator Joe Shuster, sued the studio and its DC Comics subsidiary in January, arguing that Shuster's estate had a right to cancel Superman copyrights in the United Kingdom, Canada, Ireland, and other territories. In a ruling on Thursday, U.S. District Judge Jesse Furman held that the court has no authority to address the estate's rights under foreign laws. The court concludes that it lacks subject matter jurisdiction over this case. The case, therefore, must be and is dismissed, Furman wrote. Undeterred, Peary filed a nearly identical lawsuit on Friday morning in the state court in New York. The state suit seeks an injunction that could, in theory, interfere with the July 11th release of Superman. The franchise debuted directed by James Gunn and starring David Cornsweet. Peary's lawyer, Mark Toberoff, previously sought a federal injunction that would block the film's release in the UK, Canada, Australia, and Ireland unless Shuster estate were compensated. In throwing out the federal lawsuit, Furman also denied the injunction as moot. The Superman copyright has been subject of decades of litigation, even ever since Shuster and Jerome Siegel created the characters and sold it for $130 in 1938. In 2013, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeal rejected Shuster Estate's claims, finding that Shuster's sister had signed away all rights after Shuster's death in 1992. Toberoff argued that the Ninth Circuit opinion settled the matter with regard to U.S. copyright law, but left the estate's overseas interest unresolved. He argued that under British law, the estate has a right to determine the copyright in 2017, 25 years after Shuster's death. Toberoff argued that the U.S. courts have authority under the Berne Convention, the international copyright treaty, to enforce overseas copyrights. Warner Brothers attorneys countered that the Berne Convention is unethical in federal court. Unenforceable in federal court. Toberoff has not sought to bring copyright suits in the UK or the other territories, which would present various inconveniences. The studio attorneys also argued that the Superman copyright issue has been exhaustively litigated and resolved. The character is due to enter the public domain in 2034. So, guys, 9 years from now, the OG Superman will enter public domain. So get ready for whatever the world's going to do with that.
Porn everywhere.
I'm not. Oh, dude, that probably already exists. No, that does already exist.
True, but now it can be official.
True enough. But yeah, it was a copyright dispute with the estate, and the judge was like, you have no. The court has no jurisdiction over other countries. You went to the wrong place, dismissed. And so what little chance they had of possibly getting a little bit of cash from this.
And besides, it
gone.
literally says the character was sold in 1938.
Yep.
They don't own it.
There's part of that, and then the movie side of rights. There's a difference between like I don't know how all of the rights stuff is managed. I'm not an expert on any of this, so I'm just kind of taking what I've read so far up to this point, and I'm not just today's but previous. There's multiple like rights holding things, but I don't know if they sold all of their rights to it or just like specific rights. So
True.
Yeah, it is what it is. And Superman will continue on, and it looks like we're getting it at the release date that it was announced at. That's all we got. All right, this next one I absolutely picked because I figured it would make Moon smile. So first off, what you see is a giant Patrick starship. Yep. This is the Patrick Starship Enterprise, and it is chock full of both Star Trek and SpongeBob characters. So it's kind of weird to see Spock interacting with SpongeBob characters, but you know what? Screw it. Have you gotten a chance to watch it yet, Moon?
Yeah, I see the trailer.
Okay. Thoughts?
Okay.
Yeah, it makes me smile. It does not make me want to get Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
That's basically it. I just
like honestly, if you'd have told me this was for like a Burger King toy commercial,
yeah,
I would have said that makes sense.
Yeah, I just thought silly fun, something that breaks the serious stuff that we're having to watch.
Do the live long and prosper hand
and
the imagination rainbow is
yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is definitely something.
Yep.
Also, the boost being a fart.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. All right. On to our next thing. We're finally in the gaming section. This one is Fenris. Fenris, tell everybody what Bethesda did.
Sorry, I was following up on a lead that somebody had just sent me.
Oh boy.
I am gonna send it to you as well because I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it as well.
Okay.
But anyway, the Elder Scrolls fans are praising Bethesda after the developer gifted free game keys for the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered to the entire team behind popular Oblivion mod Skyblivion. In a post on Blue Sky, the Skyblivion team shared news of Bethesda's outreach with their community. As massive fans, we're beyond grateful for the generous gift of Oblivion Remastered game keys for our entire modding team. This means so much to us. Thank you for everything, Bethesda. Skyblivion is an upcoming fan remake of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion made by the TES Renewal Volunteer Modding Group. It uses Bethesda's creation engine to recreate Oblivion in the game's sequel, Skyrim. The project has technically been in the works for over a decade, beginning as a simple direct port and later expanding to a full remake with a number of improved features and even new content. We interviewed one of the developers behind it way back in 2021. Skyblivion is expected to release this year. Historically, Bethesda and the Skyblivion team have reportedly been on very good terms, but as rumors of an official Oblivion remaster grew, some fans questioned if Bethesda wasn't trying to head off Skyblivion with its own version due to the suspiciously close release timing. A few days ago, anticipating today's showcase, the Skyblivion team issued a statement addressing these concerns. In it, the team said that Bethesda has always been supportive of community projects like ours, and that there is no need for comparisons or a sense of competition between the two games. Notably, Oblivion Remastered does not have official mod support, though fans have already been cooking up an array of unofficial mods for the game within hours of its release. Additionally, both versions of Oblivion have unique aspects. Skyblivion, for instance, isn't available on console at all. Oblivion Remastered, on the other hand, does not include the new and refurbished content that Skyblivion has promised, but does have Horse Armor DLC at launch for Deluxe Edition buyers. Both versions have different looks and feels, with different interpretations on how much Skyrim-ness should be incorporated into a retread of Oblivion. And of course, you can play Oblivion Remastered today, but those looking forward to Skyblivion will have to wait just a little bit longer. While we wait, you can read up on why some players think today's... nope, never mind. That's basically it.
Okay. I have good news and bad news. You guys hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah, just everybody was quiet. I was used to asking.
We were waiting
What's
on
the
you
good
to
news?
share
What's
the
the bad
news?
news? All right. So Fenris, the bad
I
news.
saw your message.
The bad news. I don't think the goobening is happening. The good news is because I don't think her JP is that good.
I'm gonna keep an eye on that channel just because they have very similar voice pitches and mannerisms.
Okay. You know how many people in the world have similar voice pitches and certain mannerisms?
I understand that, but that's why I said I'm going to keep an eye on it.
Okay. Also, I have not heard them speak in English yet, so I don't know. So, but yeah, I don't think Gooby's JP is that good. Also, isn't it a little too early?
No.
No, don't they have to graduate first?
Thought she already graduated.
No. No. Mume graduated. Gooba doesn't graduate until the 1st. Yeah. She's kind of on her farewell tour with everybody. No. Okay, so here's the thing with how idol culture is in Japan, at least online. If Gooba had graduated, you wouldn't even be able to see any of the videos. The entire channel would be private. They would take it down as if they never existed, which is why I've gone ahead and just grabbed a couple of things that I wanted, music-wise, that I wanted to be able to hold on to. Yeah. Because it's not... I hate that they do that. It's like, oh, yeah, we got to get rid of all this stuff like the person never existed. And I'm like, that's so stupid. Let us have the memories. Let us be able to go back and visit for the memories.
Mm-hmm.
I hate stuff like that about Japan's idol culture. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, Moon, you're up next with the next story. Yay.
Cool. Nintendo seeks subpoena of Discord for Pokemon leaker info. Polygon reported on Monday that Nintendo requested the United States District Court for the Nintendo District of California to issue a subpoena to compel Discord to share information on the alleged leaker who released almost a terabyte of data from Nintendo subsidiary and Pokemon game developer Game Freak last October. Nintendo submitted the subpoena request on the so-called Terra leak on Thursday. Nintendo's request includes redacted screenshots from a Discord server named FreakLeak. The screenshots show the leaker, who went by the handle GameFreakOut, allegedly posting the leaked data on the server. Nintendo is requesting the leaker's name, postal address, phone number, and email address from Discord. The Terra leak led to the names and company email addresses of 2,606 current and former Game Freak employees and contract workers being leaked. That's a bad. He did bad. It also allegedly included information from upcoming projects and assets from past games. The leaks reportedly include information on an unannounced Pokemon game for both the Switch and its planned successor, a separate unannounced Pokemon game co-developed with another studio, assets of unused graphics and music from the past Pokemon games for the Nintendo DS, a planned live-action Pokemon Netflix show, and a planned sequel to the 2019 live-action Detective Pikachu film. Game Freak is best known for its development, back stuff. But, So yeah, aside from the whole leaking email and addresses and shit, the rest of that sounds cool.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh God, yeah. All right. I'm gonna let you take this next one too.
Okay.
It's very funny.
Oh yeah. After 34 years, Paul Rudd returns to star on Nintendo Switch 2 ad. On Saturday, Nintendo of America began streaming a new commercial for its upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 system featuring actor Paul Rudd, who is in Ant-Man and Clueless. The commercial is a callback to Rudd's 1991 appearance in a Super Nintendo commercial in a long black duster, indie rock hair, and beaded necklace. In the new ad, Rudd parodies the narration of the 1991 commercial. Nintendo also released the 1991 Super Nintendo commercial featuring the actor. Nintendo will release the new Switch 2 console worldwide on June 5th. Pre-orders are open, yada yada. They're already sold out. Which, Pre-orders on the console makes sense. I'm wondering how they're going to do on the actual game sales, though. That's where the clincher's gonna come in. And besides, how many of those pre-orders are scalpers?
Well, okay, so
Probably like 90% of them.
it was more about the Paul Rudd thing. You remember this was like the beginning of Paul Rudd's kind of acting career, quote unquote.
Fair.
Yeah.
Also, the first time I saw this commercial was when I saw this new commercial. So
Wait, you never saw the old Nintendo commercial from '91?
I was born in '97.
And the internet existed.
No.
Then. The internet existed all throughout the 2000s.
Uh-huh. And by the time I was able to get a hold of the internet and start using it for myself, A, I more looked at just kiddie shit, like online games and shit, and B, we were on either the N64 or the GameCube. The internet was not the same then as it is now.
Okay, the internet also existed in the 2010s.
And
I'm just saying.
why would I ever have a reason to be like, I wonder what old Nintendo commercials looked like?
Dude,
especially in high school. Shit, high school, I was
okay,
a very
here's
different
the
person
thing.
on the internet.
My guy, I didn't watch this when it came out. I know of it because of the internet and just doom scrolling on YouTube. So that's why I'm like, damn, YouTube never just recommended that to you?
I mean, not exactly. I found the Paul Rudd thing through someone else talking about it.
God.
And then I went to the actual video and watched it, and I was like, that's a really cool commercial. Cool for Paul Rudd. I'm glad he got to do that again. And that was the extent of my thing on it.
All right. Well, I guess I'm like hearing too much hype about it from the Marvel community and my brother. It's like, Paul Rudd. My brother likes to joke that every time Paul Rudd does something like this, it's because he has like a secret deal with Baskin Robbins, and that's why he has to do all this stuff. That's why Baskin Robbins.
That would be
shows
so
up in all
funny
his
if it were
movies.
true.
It
But-
would be.
He's like,
yeah, I think it's cool, but that's
has
the
to pay the
extent
blood
of
tithe
it.
to
I'm
Baskin
not.
Robbins.
Yeah.
To be fair,
So,
I haven't
yeah.
watched the new commercial either. Also, dude, the wig that they put on him, they're like, Paul Rudd doesn't age. Clearly, from these two shots, he does.
You can absolutely see the age.
Yeah. All right.
Like, they brought back the look, sure, but you could clearly see the wrinkles, the lines.
Shem, this next one is all you. We're on to...
Shim?
Son of a bitch. God, why did I say Shem? I'm thinking Fenris and my mouth just says Shem. What the fuck? Fenris. This next one is on you. Doom the Dark Ages. Talk to us about it. A second trailer has now come out for it. And it's like, we got just a little over half a month until it comes out. So, break it down for us.
Looks like Doom Guy is possessed by something. Got betrayed. Not surprised there, because the people who he were working for were a bunch of assholes. Though this looks like it also takes place in some weird mythical, futuristic, medieval time. You got a bunch of knights running around with fucking guns and spaceships while still living in castles fighting demons.
I was about
Looks-
to say,
We went so far into the future that we went backwards.
to be fair, that's happening now, so it is something that could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Regression is a thing that happens. However, I will say, if you're looking for like over the top seriousness from Doom, you've come to the wrong game. I've only played like bits of one, and even now, I know, don't take everything too seriously. It's literally sit down, shut up, blow shit up.
Yeah. You don't
Yep.
play Doom
It's a-
for story. You play Doom to kill things dead.
To be fair, I don't play Ale and Tail Tavern for story either. I play it just because I'm addicted now. Thank you very much.
I'm just going to say
Fenix.
this. Doom is possibly the ultimate Christian video game.
What the-
Just hear me out on this. You play
Oh.
as a modern man
Uh-huh.
killing demons
Uh-huh.
trying to save the world.
Yeah.
What could be more Christian than that?
By that right of description, the same could be said for Sons of the Forest.
I mean, yeah.
You're literally using a cross to set demons on fire when they get too close to it.
I like to think of this more as a alternate Warhammer universe.
Oh no, this is legitimately in the Doom universe and lore from even them fighting Cthulhu.
Hey, don't yuck his yum. If he wants to believe it's part of 40K, then it's part of 40K.
So
Also,
I'm
Dragon
a bit
Robot
murky on where this
playing.
takes place in the timeline.
It's in the warp.
Um,
Clearly, it's in the warp. This is all chaos.
I don't know if this takes place before the original Doom 2, after Doom 2, and before
Also, Moon, are you proud that I at least have the basics down enough that I could be like, if it exists in the 40K universe at all, it's definitely in the warp? Like I have at least I at least have a basic working knowledge that I could at least reference the warp. I know what that is now.
To that extent, yes, but
Alright,
to
cool.
say if it can exist that it exists there is kind of wrong. Kind of.
To be
And
fair,
that's also
to be fair,
just because of how
I
weird the
would
warp
think
is.
I would think this is just a fever dream of like some bored like entity in the warp. They're just like, yeah, I just made it all up. It's pretty fucking funny. Look
Oh
at this.
no,
Humans
Corn
think-
100% dreams of this.
See, that's what I'm saying. It exists only in the warp and the imagination of one of them. That's
Nah,
how you
this
connect
ain't
it to
even
40K.
the imagination. This is like Corn. It's like the video game exists in the
Or-
universe, and Corn
or-
owns all the copies.
Or this is the form of entertainment that humanity has before they go on missions. They watch this to get ready.
No, if we're talking about things outside of the warp, this is what the orcs would look to for fun.
That's great. All right. I don't know, man. That sounds like heresy.
Technically, no.
All right, on to the next one. All right, we've got some T-bait stuff to talk about 3 minutes before our T-bait video drops. So the beginning after the end web novel gets a Kickstarter campaign for a print run. So this is the novel, not the comics. The comics do have physical versions. Turtle Me's The Beginning After the End web novel series is getting a Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign for print editions. The page states that the campaign aims to fund premium editions of volumes 1 through 3 of Turtle Me's acclaimed series, but does not state a launch date. Rocket Ship Entertainment, a Ringo Award-winning publisher and entertainment company that published the Let's Play webcomic in print, is operating the Kickstarter. Turtle Me's web novel series. Okay, well, here's all backstory. If you want to hear our thoughts and opinions on T-Bait right now, you can head on over to our videos where we have reviewed the first 3 episodes. Episode 4 will be out in 2 minutes. That being said, yeah, I think this is neat. I didn't know they had a. I love that they reference a freaking Kickstarter and then don't link us to the Kickstarter. Like, where's the Kickstarter? Come on, guys. You type all these words and you can't even give us a link to the actual thing? Oh, there it is at the very end. Put it in the article because I wanted to actually show that on screen. Thank you. There it is. Notify me on launch. Oh, so it hasn't even launched yet, dude. But it is up. Yeah. So the beginning after the end print editions. I want this. I want physical copies of the book that I can put in my house. I don't need to show them off. I don't have them on camera. I just want them. I want. So I'd be down
What
to
we
fund
talking
this
about?
campaign.
T-bait.
TV.
Sorry about that. My mom called, and when she gets talking,
It's okay. You
That
don't
happens.
Have to, you don't have to explain to the rest of the internet. We understand.
Yay.
We get you.
We get you. But yeah, the beginning after the end, they are doing a Kickstarter for print editions of the first 3 volumes of the actual web novel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what you missed. All right. So here are the latest updates coming in on tariffs. We got 2 back-to-back stories about tariffs. First, coming from VShojo. All right, so since this is VTuber related, Fenris, I'm throwing this at you.
Oh.
God damn it. Just the first one or both of them?
Just the
Mr.
first one. You get the
Manager.
VTuber and Gundam stuff. That is particularly your area. And when you post gaming stuff, I let you do. I'm like, hey, you post it, you do it.
Well, I only have the VTuber stuff because once again, you hoisted the position on me.
Oh, okay. No.
No.
Fuck this slander. You're making it sound 100% like it's my fault. Like I'm the one that started looking around for No, you came to me
I
I
with this
just
stuff,
made a suggestion.
and then
mean,
you
I'm a
asked, and then you
VTuber.
asked to be the person in charge. So I was like, fuck it, let's
I
do it.
didn't ask. It's just like, hey, we should reach out to these people. And next thing I know, end of December, hey, this is your title.
You put in the work. I gave you a title. And also, you asked me for a title so you could put it on like your resume or whatever. Want to hear?
I
this.
asked you if it was a legitimate title so I could update my resume with it. Yes.
I asked Tony. And
At
he
the
said
time,
sure.
you gave me that.
I asked Tony, and he said sure. And by doing that, you made it an official thing. And by bringing in actual official people, we had to start doing legal stuff. This is not my fault. You share responsibility.
I'm a VTuber.
We know.
It
Yay.
was Moon.
Yay.
Technically.
I'm a PNG tuber, technically.
Yay. Fenris just manages all of us. It's like the
No.
dad with the leash.
No.
No, it's
No,
more like the
that's-
kindergarten teacher.
I just give you all a bunch of freaking weed and
What the-
tell you to go
no.
have fun.
All right. No. This analogy does not work. If he's the kindergarten teacher, that by definition makes me the principal, and I don't want that responsibility.
Oh,
I-
no,
oh,
no,
yeah,
no.
that
You're
would
not
make
the
Tony the
principal. With how much
superintendent.
you're arguing with him right now, Tony's the principal.
No,
I'm the
Tony's Super
assistant
Nintendo
principal.
Chalmers.
Not even that.
I don't think you
You're
understand.
the parapro at best.
Anyway,
Tariff.
from VShojo's website.
No.
latest-
No. That's not passing. We're gonna have this fight. Okay, listen here, you little shit.
Turning off my headphones.
Yep. Is he gone now?
No.
Yeah, you liar. I knew you didn't turn
Oh,
off
I
your
know.
headphones. Yeah.
Signs
No.
are coming my way.
I was like, dude, we're talking about like level of responsibility within Fat Dog. I would be the assistant principal of this school analogy. thing.
I'm not talking about responsibilities at all.
Oh,
I-
well, you
responsibility-
go suck a duck, yeah.
Oh, what is
If I
that's
had
the
one, I
Rugrat
might.
thing?
Dude,
Rugrat
duck
thing?
tastes good.
Rugrats responsibilities, because like Tom,
Responsibility.
yeah,
I don't know, man. I was always more of a Reptar fan.
Reptar.
That's right, Riff Raff.
All right. Let's actually get to the story this time
Responsibilities.
instead of me interrupting
So-
it.
Latest updates related to U.S. tariffs from VShojo. Update on April 20th. On April 17th, Hong Kong announced that they would begin suspending service for packages to and from the United States. This means we are unfortunately unable to ship merchandise to Hong Kong until these policies change. For orders already placed with a shipping address in Hong Kong, contact us if you'd like to change your shipping address to a different country we service, or if you would prefer to cancel your order and receive a refund. Otherwise, we will need to keep your shipment on hold until Hong Kong accepts packages from the United States again. Please keep in mind that we have no estimate on how long this may take. VShojo Store operates primarily out of the United States with suppliers from around the world. We are closely monitoring news around inbound and outbound tariffs to determine how they may affect merch availability, our operations, and prices. As the situation continues to rapidly develop, we remain committed to the following. 1. Prices are locked at the time of purchase. We will never require customers to pay additional fees to VShojo to release your shipment. If there are any changes that affect our ability to fulfill your order, we will communicate the issue and offer a full refund. 2. If we choose to adjust our prices in the future, we will clearly indicate the price change on our website. And 3. We will keep this notice updated with changes caused by tariffs or related topics and policies as they are implemented in our store. If you have questions or concerns related to tariffs that may affect your purchase, please contact us. Thank you for your patience as we work through these challenges together.
All right, without getting too political, this is what happens when you start a trade war. And you don't just get to suddenly end it on one side. Especially if you start a trade war with somebody who is very serious about this, hey, start shit, we'll finish shit kind of mentality. Yeah. That's as vague as I can be. I don't want to get into the weeds of the political stuff between two countries, but like, guys, this stuff affects people. It's not just like the stuff that you hear about on the news. So now, you know, we get this. It's going to affect the trade war is suddenly not over and resolved and we've gone back to way things were. Nope. Unfortunately, when you open Pandora's box, you can't just put it all back in. It's the best analogy I had in my brain at the moment. If anybody can think of a better one.
That is actually very...
Yeah,
that is very
the best
true
one.
and probably...
Yeah.
Honestly, Pandora's box is probably the best
Okay.
analogy for this because holy fuck,
Yeah.
it's gonna fuck over the entire world.
And this is the beginning stuff. We're already starting to see it. Also, keep in mind, guys, that a lot of the stuff that we've talked about with like the Nintendo stuff, that's all pre-tariff. So
Yeah.
I mean, this
I
is
just
going to
hate
be
the fact that
interesting. If things keep going south, we may start smuggling anime memorabilia from fucking Canada where it's cheaper. Oh man, we're gonna create a black market for anime goods from Canada.
You know what? Back in the
Remember
day,
Cannonball Run?
Yeah,
exactly. Back
Yeah.
in the day, they had those illegal
Smokey and the Bandit.
shipments of alcoholic goods. We're going to be doing that, but with anime and various other memorabilia.
It's gonna be Smokey and the Bandit hentai edition.
Mhm.
All right. That being said, I mean, I'm already partially Canadian if you check my VPN.
What's funny is you don't even have to change too many lyrics of the damn song. The boys are thirsty in Atlanta. We've got hentai in.
This is not where I was expecting today to go. Oh,
No.
boy, I'm happy. Yeah, okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
So for those of you that aren't familiar with the Good Smile company. They make a lot of figures. Pardon me. And other stuff. Good Smile online shop US halts shipments and pre-orders due to tariffs. It has been updated. The Good Smile Company online shop US announced on its website on Thursday that it will temporarily pause all new pre-orders and delay shipments to the US due to the rapid and ongoing shifts in international trade policy and the resulting uncertainty around US tariffs. Good Smile online shop US stated that it will directly contact customers whose existing pre-orders will be delayed beyond their expected release timelines and offer them options. Update. In addition, the main Good Smile Company online store stated on April 23rd that as some of its products are manufactured in China, additional charges to orders shipped to the U.S., Puerto Rico, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, and American Samoa. Good Smile Company online stores stated that while until now goods valued at under $800 were exempt from customs duties, the U.S. is now reviewing this policy, which could result in products under $800 in value no longer being exempt if they are deemed to have been made in China. Good Smile Company online store added that the changes are expected to go into effect on or after May 2nd. Due to these expected changes, pre-orders for certain terms for the above-mentioned regions will be suspended from April 24th through May 14th. Marvelous USA announced on its Blue Sky account that on Saturday that the premium Earth Dancer edition of its upcoming Rune Factory Guardians of Ozma game will not be ready in time for the game's updated worldwide release on June 5th. Shipping the folding Sensu fan, which is part of the premium edition from its Chinese factory, will incur an extra 20% increase in the suggested selling of the price of the set. The game was previously slated worldwide for Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam on May 30th. The game will also launch for the Switch too. Okay, the new Nintendo Switch 2 system went live for pre-orders in the US and Canada on April 24th, following a delay in the US and by extension Canada due to the raised tariffs. The console's release date of June 5th remains unchanged. Yep, not going to talk about that. Okay, so as soon as the name was mentioned, I was like, nope. I'm not even going to give him my nickname because I don't want anybody to I don't want politics in this at all on this show. Like, you want a show where people talk about politics? There's plenty of YouTube channels for that. We're just not the one. All right. The biggest reference I made to that person was talking about episode, I think, 5 or 6. I think it was episode 5. Yeah. Episode 5 of Log Horizon Abridged. If you want to hear me even lightly mention the name, there it is. Hoshi!
Oh.
You get the next story. Just because.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Hooray! The Toonami one?
Yes.
Awesome!
Yes.
All right. Toonami to air Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, Blue Exorcist, Kyoto Saga anime. Both anime debut on programming block on May 17th. Adult Swim's Toonami programming block announced on Friday that it is adding the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War, the new anime for the Bleach series, and Blue Exorcist Kyoto Saga, the second season of the anime, on May 17th, effectively May 18th. The schedule for May 18th is all the times are in, was that Eastern Daylight Time? VDT? Right?
EDT is Eastern, yeah.
Yeah. 12 a.m. will be Lazarus, 12:30 Bleach 1,000 Years Blood War, 1 a.m. will be Blue Exorcist Kyoto Saga, 1:30 is One Piece, followed by at 2 another episode of One Piece, 2:30 will be Naruto, and 3 a.m. will be Sailor Moon. The Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War animes, first quarter of a year, premiered on October 2022, and ended in December 2022 with a 1 hour special that combined the anime's 12th and 13th episode. Viz Media is streaming the anime on Hulu in the US, the anime streaming on Disney Plus internationally, and Anyone Asia is streaming the series in many Asian countries. The anime's second curse premiered in the United States on Hulu, in Latin America on Star Plus, and in addition to other countries internationally on Disney Plus in July of 2023. The Bleach Thousand Year Wars Part 3, the conflict anime, premiered on Tokyo TV and its affiliates on October 5th. The anime aired a 1 hour final episode special on December 28th.
You don't have to read the backstory stuff. Just so you
All
know.
right.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Oh, and by the way, EDT, yes, is Eastern Daylight. EST is Eastern Standard Time. So,
Okay.
yeah, you were correct.
Sweet.
Who wants to read the cute shark anime thing?
I will.
Go for it.
Odekake.
Kozami Anime Films first trailer reveals more cast August 22nd premiere. Toshiya Miyata, Akira Takano, Kazuto Mokudai, I think that's how I pronounce it, joins film's cast. Kodakawa revealed in the first main trailer additional cast and August 22nd premiere for Eiga Odekake Kozami Tokai no, basically film Little Shark's outings, the city's friends. The new anime film of Penguin Box's Little Shark Outings manga on Friday. The newly announced cast members are Toshiya Miyata as Big Brother Salaryman, a man that I guess the shark meets in the street. Akira Takano as Mr. Bartender, a man who works at the bar in the city and makes great drinks for shark. Oh, it's a girl shark!
It's Street Sharks.
Oh.
Fenris, it's Street Sharks, the anime.
It is.
I love this so much.
It's a girl shark in Japan that's adorable, and it's not Gura. I'm really kind of like,
I will protect this shark with my life.
We all
Excuse.
said that about Gura, and we couldn't pull it off, sadly.
Well, this is our second attempt. Let's go.
We have more experience than last time.
Exactly. Kazuto Mokudai as Mr. Host, a man who works at a host club in the city and gets help from
Of course.
Kozumi-chan and Anko-chan when he gets hungry.
Uncle.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yep.
Kana Hanazawa returns as the titular young shark Kozumi-chan, and the rest of the film also includes Megumi Han as Ako-chan, Misaki Kuno as Usami-chan. Usame? Yeah. Uichiro Yumihara as man with the What is with these names?
They're Japanese names, yeah.
Not even just that, but like the character names. Man with a mohawk.
Oh.
Hold on.
Or like
if that's
Mr.
tripping you up,
Bartender.
wait a second. If that's tripping you up, man, we've really got to introduce her to the amazing naming convention that takes place in Cringe is My Power.
Absolutely.
What's that?
Yeah, most definitely. Eminence and
Yeah.
Shadow.
Eminence and
Yes.
Shadow.
Oh, right. I
Mundane
need to get
Man,
on
Perv
that.
Ass Hat.
Mm-hmm.
Mundane Man.
Actual names
that
of
was
actual
the first
people.
one I brought up, yeah. Actual characters.
Beautiful.
Perv ass
Genie-
hat is my favorite.
Perv
It's
Ass Hat.
Lord
Yeah, it's so good.
Pervass Hat.
What's really funny is hearing them have to say those names in English. The amount
Oh,
of
yeah.
outtakes I bet happened in there. By the way,
Oh,
can,
yeah.
can officially confirm, talking about dubs, can officially confirm, Reincarnated as a Sword's dub, the sword is way funnier in English. I'm gonna put it out there. He cusses a lot. It's so funny, which is so funny because he'll say curse words, but then he can't say hell. He'll say HE double hockey sticks.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
I watched it in English. It was so good.
The sword is hilarious. I'm not 100. Like,
To be
nothing
fair,
against-
since he doesn't have a mouth, he doesn't even have to stick to like anything relating.
Yeah,
Like he
there's
can
no
go
flaps.
off book all he wants.
There's no flaps. I bet he had a ball. That being said,
Absolutely.
the only criticism I have so far is that I think Fran's voice is a little lower than I would have expected. That's basically it. Like the voice is at a lower pitch.
I mean, the thing is that it's not that Fran is a child. It's just that she's a weak race and she can only get stronger by becoming stronger, right?
No,
If I remember correctly.
it's not. I mean, yes, there is also that, but like, no. What I'm saying is like going from the Japanese voice of Fran to the English voice of Fran and hearing like the difference in like the low tone in the English versus like what we get in the Japanese. I'm like, oh, okay, that's an interesting choice. I'm not saying it's a bad one. It just caught me off guard, and it took me a moment to get used to it. That's all. Yeah. I recently watched the dub. That's why I'm talking about it. Anyway. But yeah, if these names are tripping you up, I got a show for you.
We will show you the wonders.
We will show you the wonders that is Pervats at.
We should watch that while we're all there together for a KaiCon.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think my
no.
sister's seen it either, so.
Oh no! Oh no! Are we watching? All right. So here's the problem. I submitted so many fucking panels. So I don't
okay.
know if we're going to be able to do all the things you guys are wanting to do.
That's the thing. We shotgun blast it and see what happens.
Exactly.
I mean, I finished typing up the 18 plus panels last night. So,
Oh my.
by the way, guys, if you want to come see us, we're going to be at a KaiCon just outside of Nashville at the end of June. So, yeah, if you can.
Why did that make me think
Come
of that
see us.
Game Grumps clip? Jesus Christ.
Which one?
When I was a kid, I loved coming home. I love coming.
Okay. I was going with the out of the state thing, and I took it. You said, all right, immediately if you say Game Grumps and clip, my mind immediately goes to Mark Zuckerberg.
The
2
one
hours
where
later,
it's the
in
crazy
all
text.
caps, Mark
Mark
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
So good. It's so
Oh
good.
God, that's a good one.
All right, on to the next thing. Yay! All right, the next 2 stories are all Fenris. Go for it, buddy. I didn't even know they had their own magazine. I'm guessing this is
Yes.
something we're all learning.
Yes. I've known about Ace Magazine for a while.
Of
I've been
course you
subscribed
have.
to it for a long, long time.
That makes so much sense. Yeah.
Anyway, this year's June issue of Kadokawa's Gundam Ace magazine revealed on Friday that the Mobile Suit Gundam 8 manga is launching in the magazine as a new alternative series in the franchise. Kadokawa lists that the manga's creators are Hajime Kamoshida from Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. Wow, that is a lot of things he's done. He's the anime scriptwriter, and Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. And Shuei Takagi from Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy. Fantastic game. The magazine initially announced the manga in September 2021 as part of Gundam Ace's 20th anniversary project. At the time, the magazine was listed as coming soon. In the original announcement, the magazine teased that the manga would have a similar direction to Gundam 00, and that there would be a new generation and world different from Gundam The Origin and Gundam UC. Kamoshida and artists Dango and Hirosuke Terama's Mobile Suit Gundam Taketsu no Orphans Gakko spin-off manga launched in Gundam Ace in October 2015 and ended in March 2018. really didn't have to put in twice there.
Well,
Word count, I know.
yeah.
I hate
What
that.
do you expect?
Yeah. Takagi launched the Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy manga in December 2021 and ended it in May 2024. The Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy game launched digitally in November 2021 with the first and second volumes and the third volume in December 2021. Each volume contains 5 episodes. And next up, on Friday, the Overwatch 2 game teased a collaboration with the Mobile Suit Gundam Wing anime. The teaser notes the collaboration is set to begin on April 29th and features an image and video of what appears to be Overwatch character Mercy as the Wing Zero Endless Waltz. Which makes absolutely no sense why Mercy would be Wing Zero, when the fact that Hiro Yui, who pilots Wing Zero, is a cold-blooded killing machine. But Mobile Suit Gundam Wing launched the Gundam Wing 30th Anniversary Project on April 1st with a website for news and announcements. And in the article, you can see the video in question. All 6 seconds of it.
Alrighty. On to the next.
Yep.
Let's talk another. Why? Okay. This one's also you.
Oh, sorry, I got more people sending me stuff.
Oh no.
Cool.
Oh no.
I've
I
already read the 2 Gundam things.
You read both of them? I thought you just did the one.
No, they were both. The Gundam Wing collab was like 3 or 4 sentences.
Shoot. All right. Moon, you got the next one.
Cool.
I have not seen this trailer.
Dan Dan Season 2, or second
Dun, dun,
season
dun,
anime's
dun,
first
dun, dun,
promo
dun,
video streamed with English subtitles.
No, Moon.
Ooh.
You did it wrong. You did it wrong. You know how you would gotta start this? Dun 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 dun. All right, there we go. We've done it. All right, so it's getting a movie
Ooh.
Who said movie?
because it says official trailer in theaters June 6th.
Where does it say that?
At the top of the video, the like freaking trailer that it has up here.
Evil Eye official trailer 3D. Huh.
Theatrical
Interesting.
premiere. Yeah. Holy
Okay.
shit.
I wasn't looking at the video. I was looking at everything else.
I just saw like the title thing at the top of the video.
Well, I'll watch it in a bit. But G-Kids began streaming an English subtitled first promotional video on Saturday for the second season of the television anime of Yukinobu Tatsu's Dandadan, paranormal mystery battle and romantic comedy manga. G-Kids will screen Dandadan Evil Eye, a theatrical premiere of the second season in North America on June 6th. The theatrical premiere will screen in Asia outside of Japan on May 30th from Muse, and in Europe on June 7th from ADN. The season will debut on television on July 3rd and will air on MBS and TBS in the Super Animeism Turbo programming block. Jesus. Crunchyroll will stream the series as it airs. Fuga Yamashiro and Abel Gongora, Jesus, storyboarder and unit director on the first season, are both credited for directors on the new season at Science Saru. The new season will feature returning cast. Mutsumi Tamura will play Evil Eye Jashi. The first season premiered in Japan on October 3rd on TBS. Yeah, it's all backstory stuff. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. I'm really excited to hear more of Rita Repulsa as Turbo Granny, because damn it, that was the funniest thing when I found that out.
I'm more just like, what happens next? Because
That
of how
too.
it ended.
Because, fuck's sake, the
Right?
ending of season 1.
I told you it was gonna
It's
piss
like,
you
oh
off.
no, what's gonna happen? Oh no. What do you mean that's the end of the season?
Literally, they ended it just like there was another episode coming up next week, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what made me so mad. That's what made me mad. All right, on to the next one. Talking about WTF news, Golden Frieza costs a startling 242,000 yen. The premium Bandai site began accepting lottery entries on Friday for a new chance to buy a premium One Studio and Mega House's Mega Premium Master Line, almost said Mastermind, Dragon Ball Super Golden Frieza figure. The random... Also, have we not learned anything from Team 4-Star? There's no I in Frieza. All right. The random drawing ends on April 30th, and Premium Bandai will announce the winners on May 1st for shipping later that month. The figure's price is set at 242,000 yen. Now, for those of you who need it in freedom units, as you call it, about $1,700. $1,700 for a fucking figure. Nope. That's just a hard nope.
Tall figure.
Don't care. Don't care.
With LED illumination.
Yeah.
That's not $1,700 worth of anything. I guarantee somebody's going to get that, and then like within less than 5 days, something is going to break. Like, I don't think that's made out of stainless steel. It's going to break pretty easily.
Oh, if it was stainless steel, you needed to add another 0 to that.
Yeah,
Probably.
right? According to Premium Bandai, the Golden Frieza figure stands at 61 centimeters, or about 24 inches, with a 43 by 34 centimeter, or 17 by 13 inch base. The base illuminates the energy effects on the figure with LED lights. While it's not explicitly stated, it appears the Golden Frieza figure can be detached from the base and displayed as a standalone figure. Hey guys, I'm going to put it to you like this. If you just want to build this at home with your own materials, DIY it from a 3D printer and all that other stuff, and just put your own LEDs and everything together and make it, I guarantee you can make this for a quarter of the cost. Guaranteed. Even in this economy, you could do that at a quarter of the cost. This is ridiculous. This is what they mean by nostalgia bait. Like, it's the nostalgia that is pushing people to pay that freaking price. That's ridiculous.
But it's the newer Frieza.
Don't care. Also, Resurrection of F came out how long ago? It's not like it was in like the last year or two. It's been a minute. It's old enough to be considered nostalgia at this point. It doesn't have to be 10 or 20 years to be considered nostalgia. But just Frieza alone, that would be nostalgia in general. I'm just saying this is horribly overpriced. I mean, yeah, it looks nice, but not $1,700 nice. Like, my goodness.
Yeah. For that
I've
price,
seen-
I would kind of be sitting there. It's like, are they actually using gold plating?
Mm-hmm. Like, at this point in time, if I'm paying $1,700 for a Frieza figure, that figure better come to life and kill my enemies. and call them horrible, like, specious things. Jesus. All right. It's too bad we don't have Tony here, even though I know he's not like a fan of the actual anime. The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4 anime reveals theme song, artist, main staff in first promo video. Katakawa revealed the main staff theme song information and first promotional video on Monday for the Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4 anime. Mad Kid will perform the opening theme song, Resolution, and Chiai Fujikawa will perform the ending theme song, One Time for Eternity. Hitoshi Haga is returning for the 3rd season to direct the 4th season at Kinema Citrus. Keigo Koyanagi is returning to oversee the series scripts, and character designers Franziska van Wolfen and Sana Komatsu and Masahiro Suwa are all returning from the 3rd season. Takanori Yamamoto, who was an episode director for previous season, is now the assistant director. Kevin Penkin is returning to compose the music alongside previous sub-composers Alfredo Sirica and Natalie Jeffries. The anime will debut on in July, and yeah, there's all the quote-unquote information. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. All I know is that at this point in time, the promotional stuff is showing now for me on the throne.
Oh my.
Yeah, I've only seen season 1. I've not heard good things about season 2, and that made me even less interested in seeing season 3.
Yeah, see, season 2 is such a disconnect from season 1.
Was it? Okay.
A little bit.
All right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get into shark news. Who's ready for Okay. To be fair, this has been Shark Week, has it not? Like all the Gura stuff going on, this has basically been Shark Week. All right. Well, first off, I did fix the thing, so we have the correct video up. All right. For those of you that did not see or hear, last week we talked a bit about Gargura and the fact that she is leaving Hololive Ian Myth on the 1st of next month. Shark also made you cry? Dude. Yeah, same. All right, so this song, not only is it a banger, and it absolutely is, and I think Casey Edwards killed it, and of course Gura, I've known for a while what kind of a beautiful voice, she has. But this is an earworm of a song, and it was an absolute banger. If you have not watched this video, what are you doing? Get to it. This is broken through the VTuber community into normie circles. Like, there are normie tubers that are watching and reacting to this that have no context at all for what's happening, and they're like, oh my god, this is so deep, this is so emotional, this is so powerful, this is so good. And it's just been one hell of a thing watching people react to this and just get their thoughts. Obviously, I've been obsessed with this song. It's been stuck in my head. If you're on our Patreon, you know that I've been doing stuff recently with this song and stuff that we were working on, which reminds me, make sure to come by tomorrow for tomorrow's stream, the gaming stream. It's the end of the month, so we're doing a gaming stream instead of a light novel stream. I'm gonna debut a special sneak peek for season 2 or episode 2 of Solo Leveling Abridged. It's gonna be a one-time thing, and then I'm gonna delete it, and then we're gonna start the gaming stream properly. That's where we're at. We're not posting that up on YouTube, so I have to make the two things separate so that we can post the gaming footage up on the YouTube channel, the VOD channel. Which, by the way, we have a VOD channel. Please go to the VOD channel. All right. So at this point in time, has everybody seen the music video for Gura's Ash Again?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Finally watching it.
Just a quick summary. She's leaving, and this is kind of her farewell thing. And she, Gura, leave it to Gura, going out on a banger. What were you guys' thoughts on the video? Obviously, it's been stuck in my head, and I started making AMVs because the song just would not.
It
leave.
is.
It almost gives me kind of like villain arc a little bit.
Depending on the Gura.
Yeah.
Because it's red Gura and blue Gura. And I
Like,
don't
it
know
gives me
enough
very
about
much
the Gura lore,
villain
but, yeah,
arc.
that's good. Yes and no, But all right, so when you get the chance to watch it again on your own, I want you to pay special attention to the lyrics and think of it as Gura talking to uh, a particular section of her audience. Got it? All right. I also appreciate all the sea metaphor, and the art is phenomenal. I did finally see the Hollow Myth bad ending video that everybody was talking about. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I still like this better. Probably because it's a music video and it's not just like kind of silent dialogue, sort of. Also, I didn't like the myth characters fighting each other. But yeah, I love this. This is heartbreaking, but also uplifting at the same time, to me. I'm gonna shut up now and let you guys talk. Good talk.
Kind of just got sucked into the video there.
No, I
'Cause
don't
I got it
blame
pulled
you.
up on the other screen, so I'm just like, it's so cool, it's so
blame you.
pretty.
We are. I am showing it right now. I would love to do like a proper reaction to this, but I don't think we can do that at the moment. But yeah, for context, yes, we are reviewing this in a way. It's a review. It's not necessarily a reaction. I just have it playing in the background, and I've talked plenty about it.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any... Oh, pardon me. That was a very good stretch. Are there any other thoughts on this that you guys have before we move on to the final thing, which is actually very funny and an absolutely Gura-flavored send-off?
It is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is super
Good song,
Gura.
good music video. Go watch, enjoy.
Yeah. All right. So tomorrow is when I'm debuting the thing that I was talking about. So, that being said, we're going to move on. And now we talk about the final the final 3D thing from Hololive of Gura going away and the rest of Myth, obviously minus Ame, who's already left, helping with. I also love all of the random stuff. Like, I love that Callie is just trying to throw her merch onto. It's like, no, you have to remember me. You have to. Kind of vibe there. I love that they're supposed to be packing for the move, and Callie's just like dumping all her stuff. No, you can't leave. Yeah, it's the same level of comedy that you would expect from a Gura thing. And then, no. Do you need this? No. the Mori all the Mori Calliope merch. Do you need this? No. Mori, it's a limited edition, not for sale.
One of a kind, not for sale.
Yeah. I love the immediate nope. Nope. Also, that's the funny part. Yeah, I don't need clothes or I'm going, yeah, back under the sea. Exactly, yeah. Because it's like a thing full of... I also... I love the belt is the one thing. It's like, do you need this? Yes! And they're like, but why? It's so silly. Oh, man. Yeah, so Gura is unable to find her trident, and so they go on an adventure looking for the trident. They jump on a ship, and the first thing and then they immediately grab Sencho. So I didn't know that Myth was as involved with Sencho as that. I love that Sencho made like an appearance for them Hosho Marin. Fenris, you would know at least a little bit more than me, who's basically
No,
no.
I
knows
don't know
practically nothing.
anything between the two.
Okay, well,
Like I know the name. I've watched a couple of Marines streams.
I've
I
watched.
could not understand a single word.
I've watched a couple of things like a highlight of Hosho Marin playing Portal 1 and 2. And I have watched the I'm Your Treasure music video. That's about all I know about Hosho Marin. So, or Sencho, your captain. Also, if you turn on the subtitles, there you go. Senchoka Munide. I know enough Japanese to know certain things. Like Senchoka Munide. Moody. I can't do it. Yeah, it's possible. No way. Also true. Also, I love their faces when they realize Sencho. I'm trying so hard to get there. It is. The smug look on Gura's face when they all realize they can grab Hosho Marin. But yeah, it's cute. It's heartwarming. It's their final adventure. Gura goes and jumps off. Also, Sencho gets mad at them and starts fighting them. And then she swims away. I love that she Johnny. And then, so yeah, hearing her say Japanese words leads me to believe that those are not the same. Umesi with Ina. Yeah, exactly. I love that. She's swimming off. Trident! Ah! And there it is. There's the ah. Ah. But yeah, that's the quote unquote send off video. The little anime, The Shark's Voyage. What'd you guys think?
Thought it was adorable.
Yeah. Very heartbreaking, but at the same time, very hilarious.
Very heartwarming. Very Gura. 100%
Yes.
Gura. Yeah. Like, when Gura goes out, she's not going out with tears. She's going out with a middle finger and making everybody laugh. Also, isn't Gooba like the first person to like do the early 3D and actually be able to figure out the middle finger?
I think so.
I love that. Runs up to the camera. There can be only one. I hope they do well. I hope they do well in whatever their future endeavors are. I hope they kill it, and I'm looking forward to any stuff that they put out into the ether, finding it and enjoying it. That being said, that's the show, guys. Any last minute thoughts from anything? Any stories that you were like, oh, that was pretty cool? Or just us like going, why the fuck Toys R Us? Okay, good talk, everybody. Okay. Yeah. That being said, guys, thank you so much for coming by. We're Anime Church. I'm Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I'm Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
I'm Hoshi Nugget, your nun of nuggies.
And I am Fenris Arun, your patron saint of snackos and alcohol.
And this has been Anime Church. We'll see you guys in 2 hours and 15 minutes, roughly, for gaming. We're gonna be doing more Subnautica roleplay. Hopefully with other people.
And it's gonna be great, man.
Oh,
Gonna eat some shrooms again.
No.
I don't know what your problem is, man. Give him a shot sometime.
I'm gonna go find Gura. That's what I'm diving into the sea for.
I don't know if she's gonna be in our planet.
Bye.